Perhaps the old way should be left in the past.
Based on the real-life historical figure of the same name, Netflix's latest anime tells the story of the African servant-turned-samurai Yasuke, who served Oda Nobunaga during feudal Japan. The anime does a decent job depicting a few historical moments of what's documented about the 16th century black samurai's life, but quickly takes creative liberties with the source material by adding power-armored mechs, telekinetic humans, and giant shape-shifting werebears to this epic tale. While the sci-fi elements are cool to see, they do little in adding depth to the characters and only serves as a would-be distraction for the story's lack of fostering an emotional connection to the protagonist.
The one we've waited for. The one who can deliver us victory.
Those familiar with director and executive producer LaShawn Thomas's previous work, the Netflix anime original Cannon Busters, shouldn't expect to see the same quirkiness and upbeat energy depicted in that series here. Thomas's latest foray into anime means business. With sword fights that leave combatants completely eviscerated, Yasuke is a samurai story in the purest sense. Animated by the acclaimed studio MAPPA, the visuals and fight scenes in Yasuke are the main highlight of this anime series. Focusing on the background imagery, 16th century Japan is brilliantly depicted with sprawling landscapes. Given how detailed these backdrops are and how much texture each locale has, it'd be a safe assumption to say the background artists over at Studio Easter drew upon their previous experience working on the visually dynamic Afro Samurai Resurrection. Though there are 3D computer animated scenes and characters, the creatives made a wise choice in opting for a primarily 2D animated direction here. There's a particularly visceral impact in seeing a sword fight rendered in traditional animation that going a completely 3D route wouldn't have been able to convey. But while the visuals are quite compelling, the voice acting and characters themselves leave a lot to be desired. As Yasuke, Oscar nominee Lakeith Stanfield gives a very reserved performance as the stoic samurai haunted by his past. Instead of coming off as a tormented soul wishing to forget his dark days as a murderous samurai, Stanfield's subdued delivery misses that mark.
I'm just a boatsman, nothing special about me.
Being a brilliant on-screen actor doesn't necessarily translate to being a great voiceover actor, and while Stanfield's performance is decent, it isn't strong enough to provoke sympathy with Yasuke's plight. As for the supporting cast members, each character plays out like the typical archetype we've seen in other anime. The reluctant hero, the child with mysterious powers, the rivals turned allies, the villain wanting complete dominion. It's all on display here, but the characters feel hollow as the show never dives into their backstories or gives us insight into their motivations. We need to actually care about these characters so that whatever happens to them resonates with us on a deeper level. That's what's missing with Yasuke, an emotional connection to the characters. Anime like Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Z, and many more spend entire episodes on a single character's journey to becoming the character they are today. Yasuke's backstory plays out via flashback showing how he went from indentured servitude to a high-ranking samurai warrior for Lord Nobunaga and the Oda clan. Unfortunately, we don't see or learn more about Yasuke beyond that. The main story revolves around Yasuke 20 years after abandoning the way of the samurai, picking up his sword yet again to safely deliver a young girl upriver to a special doctor. His sheer will to protect the young and the innocent possibly stems from his formative years in Africa before his time in servitude, but we don't get to see that aspect of his life. What made Yasuke so resolute in his ways? We never find out and are only shown surface level scenarios that led to the samurai warrior seen in the anime. Yasuke is an endearing character who operates from a sense of loyalty and honor. If only we could have found out more about what shaped this hero beyond his chance encounter with Lord Nobunaga. It does add to his mysterious persona, but giving us more insight into his background would have helped us as viewers understand his circumstances. Though we do see glimpses of his past, seeing a bit more before his arrival to Japan definitely would have helped inform who this once living legend was and what makes him tick. The stunning and creative visuals will undoubtedly keep fans of anime watching, but the sheer lack of character development and a compelling story mars what might have otherwise been a promising Netflix anime series. For more on anime, check out our review of Demon Slayer Mugen Train, and for everything else, keep watching IGN.